Take the time to appreciate the good things, like this beautiful sunset. Because, I mean, just checking this is recording. Good, it is. Because you get to choose what it is that your life looks like. And we have this conversation with lots of people. If you are someone who's not happy with the life that you are waking up to each day, you have the power to change it. I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not saying that the choices are perfect, but there are trade-offs that you can make. Like, we travel around the world slowly, living wherever we want to, wherever life takes us, and the opportunities to come to places like this. And it has its pros and cons. For example, pro, con being that you don't see your family as often as you might like to, or it's harder to stick to routines, etc. But those are trade-offs that we choose to make, for better or worse. And there's lots of scenarios in life you don't have the power to make the choice yourself, but I think with lots of things you really do. And so with things like where you live, what work you do, what you spend your time doing most of the time, and the things that you want to think about and surround yourself with, we've got control over those things. Big time. And like, if you live in the UK, it rains. It's cold. 100%. You cannot change the weather, but you can change your preparedness for the weather. You know, are you wearing a coat? Do you have an umbrella with you? Gloves and hat stored in the car? For when the weather turns, because you know that it does. And these things will just drastically change your outlook on things, because it's easy to feel helpless and that you have no control. But I think the amount of influence that you have on your subjective well-being, despite the external circumstances, is so much bigger than people think. And I also want to say that the lives that you see on Instagram and all that sort of stuff, they're highlight reels, and I know you know that, but they come with their own pros and cons that you don't get to see. And so it might be worth asking, you know, what does that actually look like? What have you given up? And are you willing to make that trade? And if you are, great, do it. And if you're not, that's totally cool too. So on that note, I'm going to sit there and read my book, watching that beautiful sky. And that's the choice I'm making today. Have a great evening.